as a therapeutic weight loss mindset coach. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome in, everyone. So glad to see you. They're so glad to have you. I'm so thankful for my book, Sweeter Than Honey 365 Daily Devotional. Yes, let's go. I want you to pick one thing. Here's what we're doing. The next 30 days. This is 30 days of intentions with Coach Kenya. So every day I'm gonna pop up on your time feed at a different time for the next 30 days with an intention. And that intention, when I pop up on there, this connection was discussed. We weren't able to stream to that destination. I didn't even know I was on the LinkedIn. What? Really? Okay, well, we're going to stop that because we don't want to cause no problems. Okay. So, for the next 30 days, we're going to be showing up. And this part of your type of showing up is going to be related to you focusing predominantly on mindset and emotional connection to your journey. So it's not necessarily, okay, follow me here. This is not necessarily about how much you lose. This is about growing belief within yourself of what you're capable of as you pursue your weight loss and wellness journey. Do you understand what I just said? So our primary focus, I'm gonna break it down for you. The primary focus as you join me on the 30 days of intention challenge, okay? Before you type in the comment that you got me. It's a therapeutic wellness challenge. I'm live on Welcome in Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Welcome in the building. Thank you so much to my followers, to all those who are new. I'm Coach Kenya. I'll tell you a little bit about my journey in a second. I've been on this journey for 11 years. I naturally lost weight, but I am literally a therapeutic weight loss coach, which means I coach all people from all walks of life, doing all walks of things, which means my level of knowledge and expertise is grounded in my educational basis, where I worked for over 20 plus years as a behavior modification specialist, clinical coordinator, professional counselor. I graduated with my master's degree in 2003. I started in the industry of behavioral health in 2001. It was one of my first jobs I ever had, and I've been in the industry since. I retired in 2009 and started my own company in 2016. And here we are today, still helping women and men all over the country find a way to maintain. Meek, welcome in. Caesar, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for the follow. Sweetie, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Brianna, welcome in. Brina, welcome in. I want you to know that not only is it possible for you to lose the weight, but the reason that most people can't grasp sustainability has everything to do with mindset. Sustainability and maintenance happens in your mind and shows up in your body. Tap the like button or drop a heart or let me know you just heard me right now. Let me see if you're hearing what I'm saying. Let me see if you understand what I'm saying. Weight loss happens in the body, but sustainability happens in the mind. That's deep. That's heavy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Welcome in. Amazing Uncut. Mr. Salazar, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for being here. Kimberly, welcome in. I need you to catch that because that's really important, because some of us are confusing the journeys, right? Some of us are focused on the weight loss and forgetting that without an ability to sustain and maintain what we've accomplished, we'll continue to yo-yo even with surgery, even with medication, because the mind is king, not the weight loss. Do you understand what I just said? You gotta let me know you're feeling me. You gotta let me know you're hearing me, because that's how we communicate. I just need to know. Are you with me? Are you with me? Yep, mindset. Mindset is king. It is king. It's king. And because listen, every day I tell you, until your mouth jumps off your face, guys, and picks up food without you doing it with your hand, you are physically involved. It takes a thought to come to fruition outside of you for your hand to then go pursue the thing in which you then go chew. Tap it if you hear me. Therefore, I'm not going to be able to out count that, out restrict that, out cut that, out cheat that. I have to actually work on why I pursue that item in that moment at that time, regardless of how I want to look at it. Regardless of how I want to look. I don't care how. Everyone's welcome here. Everyone is welcome. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you need to lose weight or gain weight. Some people have the same issues as people who need to lose weight. They eat regularly, but they can't gain enough weight. So they have health issues from that. So see, we often misunderstand where the real journey lies for 90% of the people who struggle with any type of weight concerns. There at some point for many of us is a connection to something greater than the food. And it's how the food makes us feel. And as the body becomes more familiar and more comfortable with each food item and relates it to each feeling, you go from eating to fuel your body to eating to fuel your body. And before you know it, your behavior is consumed and wrapped around meeting this need without you even being mentally aware that it's happening. Like you can wake up and have an intention, you can pack your lunch, have food in your bag, and have an intention that you won't eat all throughout the day, and you still end up eating late at night. Welcome in, beautiful. Welcome in, Rebecca, Carolina. Welcome in, Daniela. Welcome in, babes. Lisa, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you. African Beyonce, welcome in. Fully nailed, welcome in. El Burrell, am I saying it well? Welcome in, beautiful. So what I want you to understand about the 30 days of the intentional challenge is to help you grow in your mindset. 90% of everything we accomplish in life is going to be based on how much belief we have in ourselves to actually do it. Yep. Let me know if you need me to repeat that. Oh, cool. I'm going to tell you right now, it's really easy. A, all you need to be doing is to follow me to join. B, you're gonna commit and let me know what your intentional thing is. It's completely free. Doesn't cost you anything. All it's gonna take is you to commit. You're gonna pick what you're gonna commit to. And here's the choices. Now, please understand this is to build daily consistency, reduce your food noise, and strengthen your mind and body connection through intentional action. Okay? So A, if you have a Facebook, we have a if you have a Facebook, I have a Facebook group that you get to join where you'll see everybody else posting. Okay? But if you don't, here is how you show up just on your own social media or in your own life or inside the group. You're going to pick what you're going to do. It's one intention, one wellness choice for 30 days. Oh, I believe in protein shakes before bed because it helps burn more visceral fat while you sleep during the renewal time, during REM sleep, since the cells are being renewed, and high powered protein cooked at low temperatures actually help burn fat while you sleep. And so what happens is that protein while you're sleeping is actually working and providing a benefit. Good morning, Meek, and providing you a benefit while sleeping. So actually there's a program that we do called the Belly Time Bed Buster, where we utilize a nighttime per protein. Now make sure it's not a real meal replacement. Not fruit smoothies. No, fruit smoothies have sugars. Actual protein shakes have a very small amount of sugar in them. I'm not talking about a meal replacement, a protein shake. So when you drink the protein shake at night, it's actually protein. So it's the protein helps the body work during the most valuable time of renewal, which is during REM sleep. So yes, it's good. All right. So it's not a diet. You're not cleansing. You're not going to poop your life away. It's not a weight loss competition. It's not a restriction challenge. Okay. It's basing your mindset. It's behavior focused. It's trauma informed and it's sustainable. Okay. Y'all hear me on all 7 platforms. Okay. We on the same page. Here are a few examples of things that you can do during the next 30 days. Eat without distraction. Mean eat. Do not be on your cell phone. Don't be watching TV. Don't be Netflixing and eating. That's how many of y'all be getting caught up over the weekend. Y'all work y'all butt hard all weekend. You deserve the rest. But you choose the West with all your favorite snacks and Netflix. That can't be it, honey bookie boos. You want to get up on Sunday, get up on Saturday morning, and take your butt on outside. Put on it. Because if you was going to, some of y'all, if y'all was going to the club, it ain't cold. But if somebody tell you to get up and go walk to the corner sign and back twice a day, it's freezing outside and you scared you're going to fall on the ice. If Becky called you with some business to meddle in, you gonna drive in the snow. But if somebody tell you to go to the store to get your protein shakes and pick up your salad and stuff, You can't drive in the snow because the roads are slippery. Well, I had to DoorDash, coach, because the weather was bad. 2 days later, you showing me a selfie on your way to the mall. The weather wasn't bad for the mall. Yes, I'm on y'all neck in the middle of the day. Are y'all got y'all journal out? I got mine. Remember my first intention is daily live. My second intention is daily journal. My third intention is working out. What's yours? Here's an example. Eat without distractions. Get your butt off that phone from in front of that TV. Sit at a table. Food is meant at a table. Some of us literally eating up in bed with a pillow on our lap, and then we laying down and wonder why the food is sneaking up on you in that nap you take right after you eat. Get up out of the bed. It's meant to sleep. That thing is meant to sleep in. Some of y'all live in y'all bed. Y'all got magazines, brushes, combs, bonnets. Y'all got y'all nightgown, y'all workout clothes that y'all keep laying at the end of the bed that ain't made it on your body yet. All of it's in the bed with you. Not to mention y'all that work from home and got these corporate jobs. Y'all got a boyfriend laptop, cousin daddy cell phone, uncle daddy mama half phone. You got 3 cell phones, a laptop, your wig you done pulled off and laid on the pillow next to you, all in the bed, and then you gonna order your DoorDash, sit up in the bed with all that in the bed, talking about some coach I don't know what's holding me back. Well, first of all, your environment. Wait a minute, Meek. You know what? I ain't fooling with y'all. Y'all ain't supposed to tell me. Y'all know I be talking about me, right? And a pear tree, yes, has. Meek said, I'm looking around to see if you in my house. Because I used to do things like that. One, I couldn't have my bed feel empty. After I got divorced, I needed my bed. And when I was in hospice, when you would pull the cover back, I come in my room in hospice, the bed was covered because I was so lonely. So all those things made me feel wrapped and engulfed. Do you understand? Is that you in the bed? Yes, that's me in the bed, Sarah. Do you understand? So what was happening is because I felt an internal sense of emptiness, I was filling my environment around me, including weight, with girth. I was trying to suffocate the loneliness with girth, with wideness. Do you understand? Stuff around me, as if I was blocking something out. But what was happening, I was blocking the pain in. Thank you, Sarah. I was blocking the pain in. I literally was holding myself captive, trying to protect myself from the pain, but I didn't realize that I needed to be protected from me. I was protecting myself from the outside, but I was the person that I needed to be protected from. Mm. Thank you so much, Meek, to numb the pain. Yep. Meek, thank you for the rose, boo. Because I think, you know, and I'm telling you, if there was a room where women who've lost all different types of weight could go and feel free to talk about their journey, these conversations will be more relevant. But what's happening in the weight loss industry and community is it's made about the before and after picture. And the problem with that is the test is in the middle. It's in the photos you don't see. It's the sadness and the loneliness of the things you've missed that you can never get back. See, it's so much more. Someone just made a comment that filtered it out. Can you repeat it or say it in a different way and it'll let me see it? And as a result, we end up suffocating in this new body, but on the inside, it's regurgitated pain. You know, I would love to tell you just getting thin is freedom. But because my weight was merely an expression of my pain, getting thin just made me have to deal and feel all the things I ran from. Because now my weight isn't hiding me. I'm no longer the funny big girl. You understand? Now I have to grow up emotionally. Now I have to be responsible for Kenya. Now that I no longer have this protective coat on me. Now I have to put boundaries where I know things hurt me. Now I have to be okay saying no when I used to say yes. Now I have to be okay being the one that they didn't call and ask because it's not what I ever wanted to do anyway. I no longer have to force myself to be a part of anybody's existence because I found a sense of completion, not because I lost weight, but because I gained a mental wholeness and I no longer seek appearance or the thoughts of others or approval through people, places, or food to survive. I had to change that. And every day I'm having to do more work. We need to talk about how so many of us has gained the weight as armor to protect from predators that from after SA. A living, that's actually what I'm speaking on right now, boo. I'm just not able to use those words because they'll give me a triangle, but you are 100% right. I am a survivor of very traumatic SA, and what I can tell you is that the bigger I got, for some weird reason, the more safe I felt. Thank you so much. How did I lose it? I lost it using a program called nutritional cleansing, behavior modification, and therapeutic weight loss techniques. You learn how to eat with food. Like, it's a technique where you eat different with the food. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Welcome in. Hey, Facebook and YouTube. Any questions so far? Why is it saying I'm not able to stream to these? But it's saying I'm live on some. So I'm going to keep going because it's saying I'm live on some and I'm not on other. And I don't know what's going on with my streaming software, but we will figure out when we figure it out, okay? We're not going to stress about it. I don't know what's going on. Okay, we're gonna stay focused. I thought eating would take back my power, but now I feel trapped. And you know what's so crazy is that our mind tells us that we're winning when we eat, like when we're eating to feel better. Because what's happening is the endorphins are firing, we're feeling excited, we're feeling better. Like, how many times, like, real talk, no cap, have you literally been totally crying eating a bag of chips, and by the time you got to the end of the bag of chips, you felt happy and elated? And most people think it's because you're full on the potato chip, but you actually know what's making you feel full and elated. It's the sensation you got from the, like a baby, right? I talk to you guys about how obesity often starts in the womb, out the womb, for many of us, where we were in environments where we were often fed when we might have been needed to be held or changed. The bottle was often the way we were kept quiet. So innately, early on at young ages, 4, 5, and 6, we already have an addiction to calming ourselves by chewing. So we overeat candies and snacks as little bitty kids. So by the time we're 5 or 6, we're kind of out of our weight range. They call us thick. They give us names like bologna and hot dog and popsicle and lollipop because we're thick and chunky, not understanding that what's happening is a form of a food, right? Because I'm at an early age, I'm already soothing myself with something outside of me. One of the most important things you can do to a child is teach them how to self-soothe and have a voice. It's the most important thing you can do, is teach a child how to calm itself down. If we cater it with food, which most of us do and don't think about it, if every time the baby cries or the 2-year-old cries, you give them a bag of Takis or a sucker, what are you teaching them about pain? Think about it. So any of my young moms that's doing that, that's taking your baby through the drive-through at McDonald's and getting them French fries because they crying from daycare, you got to find something else to fill it with. Any of my moms that's giving baby cell phones to get them to stop crying, you got to fill it with something else, because it creates a propensity for addictive traits. Real talk. I know you don't want to hear the crying. I know you don't want to hear the tears, but I want you to just close your eyes and think, what do I want it to be like for my child at 25? Do I want them to still struggle with emotionally coping with the world and have no voice, can't express themselves, aren't able to set a boundary? Or do I want them to have a wholeness and understand that they know how to calm themselves down? That the anxiousness that they're feeling is temporary, and they don't have to go eat about it, cheat about it, quit about it, or fight about it, or die about it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are y'all understanding what I'm actually saying right now? Good morning, Queen. You did that on your weight loss. Yes. Thank you so much. I'm trying to lose. You got it. Chrissy. Chrissy, it's mind over matter. Kiki, welcome in. Living La Vida. Thank you so much. Chrissy, thank you so much for the likes, you guys. Let's go with the likes. I appreciate you. What I'm trying to explain is for the 30 days of intention is you're doing things that are so simple that it's literally about changing the way you feel. See, many of us have spent so much time saying how we don't want to be on a diet. We don't want to look like a man if we lose weight and lift weights. We don't want to not drink our food. We don't want to be. And some of y'all need to be. And that's the problem. You don't want to do any of the things that get you to long-term results. You want microwave results with crock pot issues. And then when you get microwave results and the food in the microwave stop working, you upset at the microwave. Why you mad at the microwave? The microwave worked. It worked exactly like you wanted to. Quick, fast, and over in a hurry. Quick, fast, and over in a hurry. Hi, Shy Girl. Welcome in. Sunshine, welcome in. Quick, fast, and hurry. Think about it. Some of us have this intensity and we want to lose. No, and I'm talking to my GOP babies because y'all know I'm a GOP1 coach. So I might be talking to one of y'all. Now you stressing out about not losing 19 pounds a week, but there's no research study where people were losing 19 pounds a week. So I'm not really sure where y'all are getting these numbers from. Y'all saying that I ain't lose number 1 pound. That's actually what the research study said it does. So I'm not understanding what y'all talking about. So that means you don't went to the doctor begging for something. You ain't even did your own homework and read up research studies of how the medication was ever even published or approved by the FDA in the first place. So you out here with Merry Christmas expectations for something that got crock pot creations. I'm not understanding. I don't take any. Well, currently I take NAD Plus, and I was using the GLP-1 I used it for 4 weeks. See, because I was on the NAD longer. 4 weeks so far. But I've lost 479 pounds. I lost weight 11 years ago, Shy Girl. There was no such thing as the GLP-1 in 2014, boo. So to my girlies who I coach currently, baby, your 1 pound a week is what the research study says happens when you eat small meals throughout the day that are packed in protein, when you watch and take in a bunch of processed sugars and fats, when you sip your water daily, when you do your pre and post injection. Okay? So what ends up happening, boo, is you're supposed to lose 1 to 2 pounds. All of this 30 and 40 pounds a month, and you think it's supposed to be your situation. That's not what the research study, that's not how it actually works. That means the person is not eating any food. So when you get sick, your bowels back up, you have nausea, vomit, migraine, headache, blurry vision. It's not the medicine, boo. It's you. So you gotta actually do the work. And the work comes from you actually learning how to prepare small meals for yourself to eat all day. From you drinking water. Many of us think if we put on a weighted vest, stand on a vibration plate, and walk in place and do nothing else, that's supposed to happen. No. You actually got to nourish the body so that your metabolism has a reason to stay on, regardless if you're on the injection or not. The purpose is that you train your metabolism. That's why you don't want to be starving yourself. Because you can't train yourself for sustainability if you're not eating enough food to, you know what? Listen, babies. You can't get to maintenance if you don't actually teach your body how to do its original job. That's why it's important that you work diligently to create a livable lifestyle that can be sustained for the rest of your life. It's not like you're gonna lose your weight, get to your goal weight, and die. So all of y'all hollering, when I get there, I'm done. You done living? No. You still got to get up every day and show up to the same thing that got you there. But many of you get there and think, oh, I'm going to go to 1 time a gym a day. No, that's not how you got your results, so you can't maintain them. That's why you got to do things that's sustainable. Do you understand what I just said? That's why you need to do things that's sustainable. That's why if you're on the GLP-1, you should be in mindset coaching and therapy and nutritional coaching, so that you can actually learn how to eat with an injection and then go to microdosing and sustainability. And then now you have something you can actually sustain lifelong. The reason why that's possible because many of you have been on lisinopril for 35 years, but you scared to take the GLP-1 because you might have to take it for the rest of your life. But you was okay taking lisinopril for 45 years. Make it make sense. You've been on astrovastatin for 16 years, and you worried about having to be on something. That it's the same. It's how much Instagram? I'm missing comments talking crazy, y'all. Hold on, let me get my life together. I gotta watch the clock, y'all. We got an appointment. I weighed myself last Tuesday, 191. Last night, 190.8. Taz, that's ain't that good? Ain't that where we wanted to be? Miko, thank you for the follow. Chrissy, thank you for the repost. Jazzy Dazzle, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Aston, if you follow me and I didn't see you, thank you, sister. Welcome in. Obviously, you have figured it out to sustain. We have got to listen to those that have figured it out. I don't. Carrie says, is that how you say Carrie? I come on here. You don't got to give me no gifts to share with you. You don't got to join my program because I'm on my deathbed, sweetheart. I didn't figure out what's my schedule this morning. I have 45 minutes. I'm supposed to do 1 hour intentional, 30-day intentional discussion, explain what we're doing, talk about the different techniques, what you're gonna do, and then we'll be back cooking tonight at 6:30 p.m. Good morning, Miss Jennings, and congratulations on your 160 pounds down. So you guys, we got about 35 minutes to chat. So let's tap it up and we'll do maybe a story time and I'll tell you what's going on in those photos. Hey, Julia, welcome in. T-Dog. Okay. So what I was saying was that I tried to share with people some of the stuff that kept me trapped that had nothing to do with food, but it had everything to do with food. Yes, I'm on my deathbed, you guys, deathbed. Majestic Green, welcome in. Yes, my deathbed. Carrie says, so what happened is, because of what I did, good morning, Monty. One of the things I noticed was that as a behaviorist, there were thinking patterns that wouldn't stop. And then I noticed that I actually had behaviors that went with it. You following me? You on the same page with me? So I could think a thought, and regardless of what I felt, I had to go eat it. And it was like, no matter what was happening, if I came uncomfortable enough, the only way I could get comfortable again was to eat. Wait a minute. So now, thank you so much, Chrissy. So now I'm thinking to myself, oh my goodness, what kind of connection would a person have that emotionally, even actively on a wellness journey, the brain could be so powerful that it could inadvertently, like a zombie, have you still go eat or get the food. Has to be something bigger to it. So I start trying to find research studies on food addiction, the psychological part. Now, mind you, I'm a retired therapist. I have hours and hours of certification in eating and food and alcohol and drug and marriage and sex and all of that. But what I was noticing was something way bigger. Cassie, welcome in. But what I was noticing was more related, and this is not to offend anyone, to the pedophiles that I had studied. That's what I did for a living part of the time. I noticed that there was like this grooming that people would do before they underate or overate. So you would be doing these things that actually set you up to have a certain set of circumstances in order to justify the action. So behaviorally, surface level, it made sense to what you were doing. Not that it made you gain weight, but in your mind, your circumstances did not afford you a different opportunity, but in fact it did. Because the mind is king. You couldn't tell. I'll give you an example. You work all day long. There's numerous opportunities for you to eat and drink. But all day long, you'll say, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. Yes, Skyrocket, give me a second. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And before you know it, it's so late that you're forced to either go through a drive-thru or get DoorDash. you're forced to eat something that might not be as good for you because now you have a craving that's been cut on by severe hunger and partial dehydration. But what's happened is you've groomed yourself to justify purchasing a large amount of food and eating it because you haven't eaten all day. Taz, that's right, baby. Do you understand? You understand? Carrie, you would want to go ahead and do a protein shake. Remember how I just explained how high power protein, Mona? Remember I just said high power protein before you go to bed is good for you. You can't be adding all them fruits and vegetables and all that. No, it's the protein, some ice, the water, blend, drink. 4 to 6 ounces. 20 minutes before bed, sleep like a baby. The protein shake cannot be a meal replacement shake. Protein is protein. It will say protein. It will not say superfood under it. It will not say meal replacement. It will not say it's something else they calling it now. It will actually say protein shake, meaning the primary ingredient is not the vitamins and minerals, although there's a lot of those in there. It's the protein. All of that fruit and stuff y'all be doing, all of them syrups and skinny syrups and coffee mixes you put in a protein shake, you can't be doing that before going to bed at night because it's like drinking a milkshake from McDonald's. The one at night needs to be, because as you're trying to drink it to do a job, cut your hunger, which protein does, and create an incubator system in your gut lining to help burn visceral fat while you sleep. Well, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, Dave. Do you understand? So we're talking sustainable techniques. These are things you can do lifelong, right? Thank you, Mona P. So this is the focus of what I'm showing you is not how you get the weight off. Yeah, I mean, I do all that. But what I'm talking about is maintenance. This is king. This is king because anybody can get to the finish line. Can they get over it? We want to be able to get over it and stay over it. Ah! Kenya. Go, Kenya. Go, Kenya. Go. Kenya says, I believe everything you say because your name is Kenya and Kenyans don't lie. Let's go, Kenya. No, I didn't have skin surgery removal, Trisha. Miranda, thank you for the follow. Skyrocket, thank you, boo. Okay, we back in it. We only have, okay, we doing good. We have exactly 10 minutes. It's called Protein, Kenya. Thank you, Miranda. Okay, so at night, if you're hungry and you're craving, one way to cut that craving is to make a blended protein shake. Don't be adding all that stuff in there. So make sure the protein shake is maybe like a vanilla or chocolate. Okay? Try not to add nothing that has a lot of sugar or a lot of carbs. Because the purpose of the protein shake is to use the protein to break down visceral fat during REM sleep while you're resting. But if you're not hungry, drink one. No, this is for people who said they were hungry at night, baby, after late night eating. Carrie, are you talking about if you starve all day? Okay, so Carrie, I'm not happy you're starving all day because grown people need to eat. All y'all out here thinking I'm only gonna eat a half a sandwich one time a day. That's irrational. Your body is driven on nutrition. If you taking a counter full of vitamins and thinking it's acceptable to eat one baked potato in a whole 18-hour period, just all because you're losing weight, you gotta be careful. No, I'm not speaking to you. I'm speaking in general, Carrie. Be careful, okay? Because I need you to eat. I want you to eat. But what I'm saying is if you find yourself restricting and it's time to go to bed, I want you to get you a good old protein shake. I've used a lot of different shakes, but the shake that I've been using for since 2014 is called Isoline and Isopro by Isogenics. Isoline and Isopro. You can get them from just about anywhere. You don't have to get them through me. I'm not like in no shape or form am I telling you to go to my site and get them. You can just go get them. That's how I roll. How long were I didn't sexy dark. What do you mean? 4 weeks. How long was I on the NAD? Oh, you think I lost weight from the GLP-1? Ah, oh, you're so funny. It's so funny how you say how long were you on the shot. You didn't even ask me how I lost weight, Skyrocket. Sky Dork, Sexy Dork. Why you ain't just ask me how I did it so I can tell you I did it natural, but I am a certified GLP-1 coach, so I believe in the GLP-1. I'm not one of those people that lost weight one way and feel like it's not possible for nobody and that no one else should do it any other way. I don't think like that. I do believe in the GLP-1. As a matter of fact, I recently added the GLP-1 to my journey just 4 weeks ago. I was talking about it. So 4 weeks. But I take this stuff called NAD, and that's actually what's been helping me because I have a terminal illness. So we started with the NAD because we wanted to stop having to get injections and treatments from the hemocologist ontologist. And so as a result, we haven't had to have any of those treatments. We thank God for that. By using the NAD, it's also helped with my energy. My blood, I don't feel as sluggish. So I've seen some real benefits from it. But it does help. I take it for appetite. Actually for food noise. I'm a recovering food addict. So GLP-1s actually help with alcoholism and food addiction. And so I actually take the GLP-1 because I'm a recovering alcoholic and a recovering food addict. So I don't take it for weight loss because I'm not very large. So I actually take it because I have an addictive personality. Yeah, some amazing results with people who have are recovering alcoholics. Um, Helps with a lot of the urges and the thoughts. So it's just definitely I am Tiara. Thank you so much. So it's something that's really helped me with the I would have like kind of PTSD from times where I would binge and like vomit and stuff like that. So now I can honestly say that it's helped me. Um, it's helped with my thinking. I don't feel as pressured when it's time to have dinner because I would get a lot of anxiousness. Yes, NAD. Um, I don't feel I don't feel as I don't can't explain it. I'm trying to. It's like I don't feel like I have this heavy weight over my head. Before time runs out, Queen, did you experience lower extremely swelling? When I was in hospice, skyrocket, or now? Oh, Mick, you're welcome. Yeah, because remember I was telling y'all, you can lose all the weight in the world. You can lose all the weight in the world. But if your brain, you got, see, and this is why I tell people, don't be afraid to get a counselor for food. Don't be afraid to tell your doctor that you think you have a mental problem around eating. Because this is how you get real help. My whole life, I've used food to live my life, to cope with everything and anything I've experienced. I can remember eating thousands of calories after having a miscarriage. So there's actual traumatic experiences where I use food to not only calm the pain, but to inflict even more pain. That's way bigger than weight loss, you know? So you have to at some point get to the fact that it's a whole body healing process because your nervous system has been involved in all of this. So you have to feel comfortable, and I think we have to make it a normal for people to heal. I think we have to make it normal for people to lose weight and not feel judged as they're losing the weight in addition to my food. Yep, Lena, I didn't tell your comment. I missed a ton of comments. Let me grab them real quick before I run out of time. Before time's on, I can't do just one. Can you explain that to me? Carrie says it is what it's about. Thank you for showing your truth. You're welcome so much, beautiful. When being overweight. Yeah, yes. When I was overweight, my lower body was really, really big. My thighs were humongous, and so the what I did first was I actually did my legs, a lot of leg work. Even though I wasn't that mobile, once I could start feeling my legs, I would just pump my ankles. I was talking about that story the other day, and because what happened was I had decided that if in the bed was hospice, then I had to try to get up because if they're doing everything they can, I might as well do nothing. Do you understand? I haven't started, but I want to. Husband doesn't understand the other things they help with. Carrie says I could probably help explain it. Message me, Carrie. It's not just for weight loss. Did you guys know that it helps with obesity related cancers? There's research studies for it. It shows benefits for cognitive, for hormonal stuff. It shows the benefits are. Look, do your research. Some of y'all be researching all these people's lives and stories and going to the buildings and meet them. Do that same thing for you and get the information you need to make a good choice for yourself. You're the first person I heard say that the GLP-1 works for addiction. Girl, I have women on my team that has had the same experience. There's four other ladies that I coach, and I've been coaching them privately for 2 years. They added the GLP-1. It's now they're on their fifth month, and they too have seen a reducing cravings for two substances. I won't go into that part because they'll give me a triangle. You're so welcome. I don't, sexy dork. I don't. The reason why I'm transparent because the culture itself creates this kind of looking glass gatekeeper type vibe, and I don't understand why. I have patients that have had the surgery, and they use the GLP-1 because they have diabetic issues, insulin resistance, thyroid issues. They have real issues, but they also have food addiction. So they need both. They need both. So who are we to tell somebody how they get over something that's been holding them captive their whole life? I dare us try. Lena, we sisters. Zepbound also helps with sleep apnea too. Yes, I've actually heard that from another young lady. I only have two people on Zepbound. Everyone else is on Zeri. Semi Zeri is the T one. It starts with T, but I call it Zeri to take away the okay. Um um no, I don't have any on Ozembe. None. Rowan. I actually have been coming live doing 20, 30 minute live showing it, but I haven't videoed it yet. I've just been doing it live this week. Daniela's, we were speaking about being intentional over the next 30 days and also giving feedback for some people who are asking questions about some of their experiences related to their journey versus mindset. Thank you, MG. Um, what is Zepbound? Zepbound is a version of the weight loss medication that helps people lose weight. Kenya! I'm Kenya. Are you Kenya or Kenya? You Kenya? I didn't take anything, Daniela. I have a terminal condition, so I lost weight 11 years ago. I recently did add in at NAD and GLP-1 as a licensed GLP-1 coach. I did not want to encourage women to use a product I had never tried. So the doctor suggested once I got approval for my own mindset and food addiction, when I got approval with the terminal condition, I knew that it would be safe for my ladies. And so that's what it made me add to I have a therapeutic outpatient weight loss company. And so we just recently partnered with a doctor and we've added doctor services to our patients. Yes, I will just explain. So NAD is what's the best way to explain what it does? So basically, a lot of people take it for immune, it to help with your immune and energy levels, but it's really actually help. It's a nucleotide that helps renew damaged DNA cells in your body. So it helps a regeneration of cells and also creates more energy, balancing out the homeostatic state in the body, also helping with mental focus and mental clarity, but it also brings in some immuno helpful components as well. I actually started taking NAD in 2019 through Isogenics as a capsule. When my mom was sick last year, we started giving the capsules to her, and her whole entire health changed around. When I partnered with Dr. Burchard to offer my patients GLP-1 and peptides because all of my clients that I were getting was on this medication, but I had never been trained in it. I didn't have any studies. I didn't know anything. So the more clients that I accumulated, I made myself not only find a physician that understood my therapeutic model for my company, but that would be willing to work specifically with my individual coaching clients to provide them with the medication on top of all of the nutritional fitness and therapeutic support that I provide. When I was able to find that, I put the two together. So, along with providing natural weight loss to over 15,000 people for the last 11 years, in the last 6 months, we've been able to provide people with intensive GLP-1 coaching, prepping, and post prepping, as also teaching them microdosing so that they can sustain the weight loss while adding mindset components and addressing addictive chewing, emaciation, and issues related to eating. Does that make sense? Daniela, I don't. I've heard a young lady say it, but I don't directly know that. I've only heard it from someone else's life, so I don't want to tell you I know and I don't. No, I was. It's only been 4 weeks. I lost weight 11 years ago, Daniela. So I didn't have any gastro issues. No, look, Majestic. No, my love. Semaglutide is a GLP-1. The other one is terziazeri is a two component. It has a GLP-1 and a GLP-2 receptor. So it's actually kind of three component depending on what you're compounded with, but because mostly that comes with also what we compounded with a few other things to make it because those patients typically have the diabetic component as well. So you want to make sure you're providing the body with that B12 to help with other things that occurs when you take the injection that has the 1 and 2 receptors. Okay, I missed so many comments. Um, not so far, but I'm a GLP-1 coach, so I've actually been trained by a pharmacist and a doctor on how to coat and prep the body and stomach 24 hours before, 20 minutes before, and 24 hours after. Also, if you are not eating properly or not eating enough, the digestive because it slows gastric emptying. So if you already had bowel issues and were constipated, you should actually have a protocol for gastric emptying prior to your injection date, since you already had issues prior to the injection. Like if you were already constipated, you can't blame it on the injection. You were already constipated. You just took something that causes that, so you had a propensity for it. So you want to do is create a gastric emptying protocol that helps you make sure you're flowing regularly, consistently, especially around your injection dose days and 72 hours afterwards. Can you, Coach? You may need to make a banner that says "I did it naturally," but you don't have to ask me how. Okay, I'll do that. Oh yeah, because I coach everything, so everyone keeps at things I use. Oh, and it's misleading. Okay, I will do that. Thank you, Daniela. I mean, Cassie, I'll do that. You'll have to tell me how. Thank you, Skyrocket. Are you in Michigan? No, Daniela. I'm actually on the East Coast, though. I live part on East Coast and part on West Coast. You guys, we have 5 minutes. I started at 220. I'm currently in a weight loss process. Any tips? Yes, I think it's Arnisa's mom. Mom, yes, a few tips. First thing is Rome wasn't built in a day, so stop trying to build it. Lay the foundation first. So lay the foundation of what you've determined that you're going to be able to do for the rest of your life. That's the first most important thing. Then find three things that you can do every day with ease. Three things that you can do every day related to your health and wellness with ease. You don't want it to be hard to do in the beginning because it's a discouragement, especially if you've been on and off of a weight loss journey over and over and over and over. Three things you can do that are easy for you to add into your routine. And then instead of jumping off the building and cutting everything out, I want you to find one thing that you can cut out that won't leave you overeating other items. So most people make the mistake of cutting out a bunch of sugar when they first start their journey, and then they always start overeating snacks, salty snacks. So first detox your tongue. You can use my detox tea or make your own, but make sure it's not one that causes a poopy cleanse or a poopy detox. You want one that works on breaking down visceral fat, because visceral fat is weight loss, not emptying out your poop chute. They're not the same. Does it help with lymphedema? I think I said I wasn't sure, right, babe? I have a lady that says it does, but I can't personally say that. I haven't had enough ladies say that. Oh, thank you, honey. The meal for tonight is gonna be we're gonna be doing our baked drumsticks with our basmati rice, topped with a sweet basmati rice, topped with our broccoli ferret. So make sure you tap in tonight for that. Okay, you can use tofu, your grilled turkey or steak for tonight's dish. Do I need to be completely dry? My, um can you repeat that, my love? I'm not. I don't understand your question, my love. Do I need to be completely empty on the day I take the shot? No, no, no. You actually should actually have high power protein meal before the injection. The injection should not be on an empty stomach. That's why you end up with cramps. It actually helps the body create acid. So if you're empty, that's why you're getting cramps and nausea. You should be prepping your stomach. It's like it's okay. I don't want to tell you wrong. You know what? One thing my doctor told me is to be careful giving advice. I don't want to give the wrong advice to nobody who's getting their stuff from somewhere else. I would just say maybe talk to your team and ask them how do you coat your stomach to ensure you don't have the side effects, because there are things that you can do. Because I don't want to interrupt somebody's instructions. I be trying to be real careful with that. Because if they already told you to do something, stick with what they said. Because I was about to give you a whole nother protocol, Bookies. You see the difference with women post. Yes, I'm postmenopausal. Hot flashes are gone. Irritability is gone. Mood swings are gone, and difficulty sleeping is limited. Cheryl, if you give me a message, I can help you get the NAD, my love. Dr. Burchard will do an intake. Well, we'll do the intake. You'll actually be my coaching client. So you'll actually, when you come through as my coaching client, and my doctor does the intake form. It's via telehealth, 50 states. But they do call you and video call you, so be prepared for that. Because it freaked one of my clients out. She's like, "Oh my gosh, the doctor called me." I was like, "It says it on the paper that she might call you." She's like, "Well, everybody said it." I said, "No, she actually calls because she has questions." So anyway, so just be aware if someone calls you from Texas, it's the doctor and her team. All right, yep, it's my time is up. I have 1 second. So Cheryl, message me right now. Don't forget, I got you. I can get it to you in 24 hours. Cassie, do you want the cleanse for life, the detox tea that has the cleanse for life container in it, Cassie? I can send you my text, my text, my line, my number. You can text me. Colin, thank you. Because I don't know how to say your name, but I was about to tell you something you can do. But if they've already told you stuff, I don't want to tell you wrong, and then it's going against what your team has already told you. I don't want to. I never want to cause a. I don't want to. I would never want to complicate or cause a problem by me telling you, okay, start this, do that. You know what I mean? But especially if they've already given you something medical or something to take, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to interrupt that. Really quick, more coach. Can you be my coach? Yes, sexy dark. All you gotta do is I use a natural detox tea because I believe if money is tight, you still need to be able to keep it right. Remember, I told you that when money is tight, you still need to be able to keep it right. And the best way to do it is always know if you got a product you love, you should always learn a replica of it that's natural that you can get to the grocery store. So I have two versions of the tea that's very popular that's helped me lose my weight and keep it off. It's very popular. You can either get it from the company Isogenics that I mentioned. I've been using the products as what I was getting the products in my feeding tube. If you come back later today, I will actually tell you my whole story, but I don't have time today. Okay. I'll tell you my whole story, how it all started. If you see in the photos, there's actually photos on my page and videos on both of my pages. You can see that I have a feeding tube. I used to get the shakes in my feeding tube. That's how I started. Couldn't go to no gym. Everything I'm telling you is pure, raw, and transparent. There was no gym to save me. I was literally getting food in the shakes in a feeding tube because I was about to die. I was in hospice. Yes, I would love to coach you. Sure, you got me? Which is why I ended up becoming a certified GLP-1 because in order to work with the doctor, they make you get certified in all the services you offer. So they make you study each one of the peptides, learn about the science, do research studies and all that stuff. So because of that, I thought, you know what? I don't want any more women to come to me and not have the knowledge they need to be successful. Let's make sure they can be successful and sustain this and do this right. So as a result, that's how it all happened. It started with my story being natural, and it rolled into me understanding that everybody knows an opportunity. Yes, my doctor does both. We have compounds. Yes, we do use compound. We use a 503 with purity testing. So you can have a 503 approved farm. I knew they was gonna get me. They got me. All right, you guys. Tonight at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, 4:30 East Coast Time. We in the building. Oh, Carrie! Yay! But I have a whole bunch of people in Texas. Oh my gosh, I have so many people in Texas. Bye, you guys. I see you tomorrow. I'm headed to my first meeting. Bye. See you guys tomorrow. I'm headed